Knowing all this and laying it out there and being thoughtful for your client to help them solve what you've just found out, that's your job.
So discover a value you can ask what, Jason?
So what questions are great? Because it's what's important about that to you. What else is important about this thing that we're discussing? Eli was saying that you focus a value which elicits around a particular subject, such as, for me, it's selling homes. So hence, as you heard when I said earlier, I'm asking these probing questions. My favorite thing is when someone tells me, oh, hey, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath house. Great. What about a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house is, why do you need something like that? And you really shouldn't be asking the why questions, because that puts people defensively. But you want to ask it in such a way that it elicits the response on, well, I'm looking for 3 bedrooms because, well, one for me and my wife to sleep in, one as an office and one as a guest room. Occasionally you'll get something like, well, we're planning a family, so that's going to be our kids' room. So it's digging down to find that out. Well, I love hearing the answer, oh, we're planning a family. Hey, that's fantastic. Do you have a due date, or are you guys still trying? Because when you get that due date, now you need to be in your home preferably a month before that due date hits, because you want that nursery set up not when you're expecting, but beforehand. And things get difficult for the partner as well. So knowing all this and laying it out there and being thoughtful for your client to help them solve what you've just found out, that's your job.
So well said, right? So what's important to you about what specifically they talk about their value, right? And then the follow, but what else is important to you about that? And so if you're looking at this as a commercial real estate agent, or if you're helping someone exit a highly appreciated asset, it could be what's important to you about the cash flow, what's important to you about the growth, what's important to you about the diversification, what's important to you about not having to spend time, energy, toilets, trash, liability on properties, for another 5 or 10 years, depending on what happens with this market cycle, right? In other words, really understand the emotion behind the value, right? And why that's important to them right now, the timing of it, right? Timing is so important as it pertains to values, because one goes with the other. And in other words, you want to make sure those are connected. So focus on values that elicit around a particular subject, such as the service you provide, the product you sell, or the goal to lead the prospect or the client. In other words, have an end in mind as you are discovering these values.